This should be played at high volume.
It's the same convo, it's the same convo. It's the same convo, TSC. It's the same convo, it's the TSC. It's the same convo, TSC. It's the same convo, TSC. It's the same convo,
It's the same convo, SAME. This is the podcast of beats, and their whole team is complete. They feeding the streets, other people can't compete. Shit, you got Carlo, got Kenny, got Bamba, got Uncle. You cannot forget Malik, and you got Ski. Yeah, the whole roster elite. They bringing the heat every week.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Same Convo, the podcast where we talk everything sports, anime, media, and entertainment. It's your boy Skinny, Carlo, Malik, and Bamba, and this is the sports segment. Like I told y'all last time, I'm bringing back the cows. So to debut this episode, I got a question of the week for y'all. But my question of the week this week, what would be the hardest record to break in the NBA? Wilt, 2,149 rebounds. Alvin Robertson, 301 steals. Or John Stockton's 1,164 assists. What
That
would be
assist
the
record
hardest?
is that's a single season assist record.
Yes, all of those records are single season.
I'm gonna say the assists, just based off of a lot of Stockton's stats was padded. If you was to go back and actually rewatch on some of his games, you will see he got assists when it wasn't an assist. So I would definitely say that one.
Okay.
It is the same thing with Jordan. He did like for his home stats for his steals is way higher than on the road for steals.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah, look it up. They padded a lot of Jordan stats.
And I believe it. You know how I feel about
Uh,
that fraud.
I think the hardest record is gonna be 301 steals. One reason 301 steals in one season, yeah, it's not happening. For one, most people only average like what? I think the highest amount of steals would be like 2 steals a game. Like that'd be like the highest average.
Because he's averaging like 15 a game.
That's that's not happening, bro. Ain't no way in hell somebody doing that shit. And also, the reason I say that is also because I think assists would be not easier, not easy, but easier because the way as offensively high powered as the league is now, like with people shooting from the logo and shit. Put a
Mhm.
nigga like Jason Kidd in today's league. That nigga is getting like 13 assists a game.
True.
All Jason Kidd want to do is pass and play some defense. And that this is the perfect league for him. Everybody can shoot threes now. Like it's to the point of like think about it. John Stockton got that assist record back when Biggs couldn't even shoot. Big shooting threes now.
I mean, I
Except
get
Biggs.
that, but like, you still haven't named anybody in today's NBA that's able to fit
Yeah,
that
that's
mold.
true
That
too.
could that could. I mean, just because okay, that's the thing. I say it's more attainable than the steals because that steal shit that's just impossible mathematically in today's league. Assist is more obtainable because of the offensive style is more attuned. Basketball currently is more attuned to scoring. Part of scoring is getting an assist. So if somebody can just pass the ball instead of the issue is guards now are expected to score. However, that's what I'm saying. If there somehow it became a way that a guard became more pass heavy, I see them. I see that they can make it rather than averaging 5+ steals a game. That's just not happening.
Um, to go ahead and throw my hat in there, I think I'm gonna just go with Malik and say I believe the assist record is more difficult to attain. You got to realize when John Stockton, uh, when that single season assist record was set, that man was averaging 14.2 assists per game.
Hmm?
Someone would need to average 14.2 assists per game to go ahead and break that record. You know, the last time somebody tried to do that, it's been a while. It's been a while. Um, I do understand what Kenny is saying, but hey, in my head, especially when you look at the overall, like the closest person to John Stockton overall is Chris Paul, and he played 2 more seasons than him, and he's still off by like 3,000, 4,000. I mean, 300, 400 assists.
How many games are in the NBA season?
82.
82. So yeah, you would have to average 14.2 assists per game to even catch up to John Stockton. I'm not sure if that's attainable. That seems way less attainable than breaking the steals record. So I'm gonna go assist.
Yeah.
Because with the steals record, to me, I feel like I actually can think about a player that can actually do that, and I will say Wemby.
Steals? The steals record? No, I don't know about that one.
Did you see his steals?
Yeah, but he has to average damn near 4 steals per game at the center position. I don't think he's doing that. I don't think he's average 4 steals a game. Nah, I don't see it.
Didn't they show like a graph where he's like on pace to pass? Who was it again? Wasn't it MJ? I can't remember. He's on pace to pass somebody like that's like leading in steals.
That's fine. I don't think he's getting 4 steals a game, though. I don't think he's doing it. I think average in the offensive league, I think it would be easier for a point guard to come in and average 14, 15 assists than it is for somebody to average 5 steals a game. 4 or 5 steals a game.
That's another conversation.
It
But
is.
with what Malik brought up, I definitely have to go with this. I'm not gonna lie, just looking at the numbers earlier, I was like, Wolf's record seems damn near impossible, but with a little bit of education I got throughout the question, I'm gonna switch my answers there. But let us talk a little bit about the upcoming playoffs. We're a little few games from it. You feel me? I want to talk about play-ins for the first time. The Lakers are not in it. First time in a
Thank
while.
God.
First time since like what, 21?
I don't know, bro, but it's been a minute. I feel like we
It can't
belong
be.
in
It
there
got to
at
be
this
like
point.
21 because they won the bubble in 2020. It's got to be like 21,
They
22.
wasn't in the play. They wasn't in the playing last year when they got Luca.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
we
that's
wasn't?
true.
Ah. Well, let us talk about players that you feel like need to prove themselves the most. What's one superstar? Not necessarily superstar. Let's just say one player that you feel like needs to prove themselves the most this playoff.
I think I got my answer. Victor Wembanyama, just based off the sheer fact that we never seen him in the playoffs. We will love to see like what he's capable of. He has a lot to prove just based off of the hype and the missed years. So I would say he has the biggest to prove.
Okay.
My
I like
answer
that.
would most likely, to me, I think is Cade Cunningham. I
Cade
think
Cunningham.
for someone that's been in the MVP race the whole year, getting credited with leading to his team to the position that they're in right now, I definitely understand Wemby's definitely up there. I do, but I feel like there's a good argument to make for Cade Cunningham as well, because this would be the first time that they would essentially be in a good position within the Eastern Conference, and with all the powerhouses over there, you just got to see, how he's going to stack up. You got Celtics, you got the Celtics, you got the Cavs, you got the Knicks. Those are the three main ones that everybody is talking about, but you can't forget, shoot, you got the Hawks that have been surging ever since they got Jonathan Kaminga and got rid of Trey Young.
Hmm.
And then you can't forget the possible play-in teams. I can see the 76ers or the Hornets definitely coming out and playing and making some disruptions within
Yeah.
the Eastern Conference. So it's just the Pistons were able to. They're kind of in that position where, because OKC they've been like a top one, top two team for years, and they just were able to break the ceiling and get past and um get to the finals. But when they were, the first time they were like a number one, number two team, they were beaten out because of experience and things of that nature. So
Yeah.
yeah, it for me, Kate Cunningham, definitely Kate Cunningham.
Who you got?
I think I'm gonna agree with Malik here with Wemby. See, we've seen players like Anthony Davis. We've seen play. I think the first. So no, let me go back further than that. We've seen Manute Bol. We saw the failure of Bol. We've seen Kristaps Porzingis, and he could have been great had injury. He not been played with injuries.
Hmm.
Wemby is putting that archetype of player on his back right now. If he can live up to the hype, he can be the successful experiment finally. You've had so many 7-footers who are mobile, can dribble and shoot, but they all get riddled with injuries. Anthony Davis, Kristaps Porzingis, or they just give up on you like Bol. Whereas it seems like the Spurs and the league are actually giving Wemby the keys to the city where, like you said, he's getting the steals. He's not only is he might not have that many blocks, and that's just because people are too afraid. Like you see it, players will have a wide open layup, but will hear Wemby's footsteps and like do a little U-turn. Won't even go for the
Yeah,
layup.
yeah.
So he's not getting, the blocks to show that he's a rim protector that way. But the sheer fear of having Wemby anywhere in your area code is a block that is a shot deterrent in itself.
Mhm.
So with that, all that defensive capability, and we already know he's for his size, he might be the best scorer over 7 feet tall
Mhm.
in the league. Or he might have the best scoring capabilities 7-1 and up.
Mhm.
He can dunk on you like Shaq if he needs to. He can pull up the mid range. He can shoot the three. Like he can do everything.
Yeah.
So I think if Wemby doesn't at least make it to the Eastern Conference Finals to see Thunder, I think he has to at least make it there this year. Not East. I mean Western.
Western Conference,
He has to
yeah.
make it to at least the Western Conference Finals. And I hate to say that because that means the Lakers lose. But for Wemby specifically, he has to make it to at least especially the way that they've been beating the Thunder this year. They got to at least make it to the Western Conference Finals.
I think the biggest
Mhm.
question for the Spurs will be if because Wemby's been playing insane. He's averaging 24.5 and 11. I think the question would be, are they going to expect him to provide an even more like a even higher scoring average, you feel me, in the playoffs? Or do they believe they can get to the finals, get to the Western Conference Finals with him averaging the same as he's doing right now? Because of course he has a talented squad around him. With the way that they've been playing, like Kenny said, they've been able to knock off the Thunder time and time again. But it's one of those to where like the experience is going to definitely come into play, but also how much more of a lift are they going to need from Victor Wembanyama offensively to get to the promised land?
See, that's the thing. I
So,
don't think it's necessarily a Wemby issue with that. I'm sure Wemby can go out there and score a bunch of points if he wanted to. I think it's the Spurs. I know Popovich isn't there right now, but that's just the Spurs' way of playing. Think about it all the way back to when Tim Duncan was young. Nobody on that team is dropping 50, 40-point games for her. Even when Kawhi was finally in his prime on the Spurs, he's not getting the value to drop 40 points consistent like that. He might, get the occasional 30, high 20s, but I feel like the Spurs prioritize good team ball so much that it kind of holds the superstars back that they get.
Not this year, though. I don't know if I can say that with Wemby.
I was about to say, like, Wemby already has more 40-point games than all
Yeah.
those people
But
combined.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
And they literally
saying.
had to change like the whole module because like Wemby, I remember there was a whole beef, not beef, but like noise in Spurs that like the players did not want to play with him because clearly like they were trying to change the model for the Spurs for him so that he will be the main focal point. And then now at this point, it has happened because they
If they
moved the
that's,
pieces.
that's so if they give him the reins, I think he can get more points in the playoffs. It's just that's what I'm saying. Like the Spurs' way of play previously, it just wasn't seen that way.
Yeah.
But so my thing was I just wanted to see the question I have is how are you going to react when the game slows down, when the game plans are set for you for the best of seven? Like that's what I really want to see because regular season is the regular season. Some people are in and out, people are testing out different sets, different rotations, things like that. But in the regular season, everything is set. Everything's permanent. That is the game plan. And
Mhm.
what are you going to do when everything slows down and it's just you in the promised land on the other side?
Mhm. I ain't
Wait,
gonna lie, y'all do.
wait. What do you mean slow the game down? What are you referring to?
Like playoff games are drastically slowed down to actually prevent your high score from scoring and change.
Like
And
you're not just
actually,
running. Yeah, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
I was just about to say it's just it. Everybody has a set game plan to get the best of seven. It is a full chess game once you get into the playoffs.
Like whereas in regular season, you just have regular plays that y'all run on the regular.
Like
Playoff
you're
time, you're
practicing throughout the season.
dissecting. Yeah,
I think that works to Wemby's benefit.
but
They
that's what
have
he
good.
mean by like you have to prove because like you have
Oh,
that's like
okay.
new. Yeah, you have to prove that you can have because it's like James Harden. Regular season, you know he's proven, but come playoff time, can he prove it?
Yeah.
No.
That's what I'm saying. I think in a slower pace, I think Wemby's going to thrive because one, he doesn't have to, expend a lot of energy trying to go baseline to baseline, chase down a fast break, and he's already 7'5". So in a half court offense, that's where he's going to thrive the best instead of trying to run down court, get a breakaway dunk. I mean, those are going to happen, by virtue of turnovers or whatever. But if you can limit those and let him just like sit under the rim or get a mismatch on the perimeter where he's a guard is guarding somebody significantly shorter than him is guarding him,
Hmm.
all those are things that happens when you run plays and have a slower offense. I think that benefits the Spurs a lot, actually.
Yeah, but I mean, I definitely agree with Wemby. I think it was I only had two people, Wemby and Ronnie James. But for my next question, I just wanted to ask you, outside of your favorite
This
basketball
nigga
team,
Bamba.
who do you think would dominate? Give me two teams you feel like would dominate the East and the West outside of your favorite team. So I'm not expecting to hear OKC. I don't want to hear Lakers. I don't want to hear the Cavs.
You
Two
said
teams.
teams that are going to dominate in the playoffs or just in the
Yeah,
rest of the season?
that you know will dominate the playoffs. Two from the East, two from the West. I don't want to hear your favorite team
Dominate in the playoffs, two in the East. Who do you want to go first?
though. You can go ahead if you're ready.
So wait, you don't want to say any of our favorite teams? Like I can't say the Thunder because it's Malik's
No,
team.
you don't say your favorite team, but if you have the OKC, that's fine. But I don't want to
Okay,
hear your favorite team. I know your team.
I'm gonna say it again. I think the Spurs are gonna dominate.
Hmm.
Uh, they have a. The thing the Spurs are gonna. I guess the Spurs and Thunder really benefit from. They're on good teams, and all of their players are young as shit.
Hmm.
That is crazy. We're in a generation where the young teams are actually whooping ass right now,
You gotta invest, bro.
which hasn't that hasn't been a thing since shit. I don't know when, but damn it before I was born.
He said
where
before I
the
was
where
born.
the
What was
where
that?
the young team is dominating. Um, but I think the Spurs and Thunder are going to run through these playoffs in the West. The Lakers are not going to be able to stop either team because we are soft as fuck in the bigs department. Just ass, and unlikely for us. Chet Holmgren might not be a good scoring big, but he's a good defender, good rebounder. Unfortunate for us. Same thing goes for the Spurs. Both of them teams. And then we also got the fucking Nuggets. Like everybody in the West got fucking bigs that are actually good in the West, except for us.
I'm weak.
So that's gonna be our issue. So I'm gonna go Spurs Thunder. And then in the East, Knicks for sure. Because I feel like Jalen Brunson got something to prove this year too. Like that nigga be playing like he angry.
Okay.
Uh I'm gonna go in the East, I'm gonna go Knicks. And in the East, it's tough. I don't think the Bucks gonna do nothing. I'm gonna go Knicks and
You ain't gonna
Celtics.
mention. You ain't gonna mention number one.
Number one. You talking about the Bulls? I said no. You talking about the
Whoa!
number? You talking about the number one? I think you talking about like my favorite
I was
team. You
like
said
the
number one.
Bulls.
You said the number one East. Nah, I don't think they. I don't think they're gonna do nothing for real.
Wow. Okay.
Personally, I
That's
don't.
good.
I don't think.
I respect it. That's actually solid though. I respect it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't think they. I think it's gonna be Celtics Knicks. Cause that boy Jalen Brown is hooping this season. Like I mean, Jalen Brown been hooping, but Jalen Brown hooping.
Okay. Carlo.
As much as it pains me to say, as much as it pains me to say, in the Eastern Conference, I see the Pistons dominating, of course, just the way that they've been playing this season. They dominated the regular season in the Eastern Conference, so I expect them to keep up that same tempo going into the postseason. But again, it's one of those where experience might hit them.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
why I didn't say them. That's exactly why I didn't say them.
I understand, but I've also watched them play like they've been hooping. Uh, and then the Celtics. It's I don't want to get too deep into that. It's just, they've been hooping. Jalen Brown's been carrying them ever since Jason Tatum came back. Jason Tatum
Bruh.
came back like they just, I guess, laser created this nigga a brand new Achilles. Um
Not on
it's
3D printers can do anything.
Did y'all
it's
see the procedure though?
mm-mm.
Nah.
Hell no.
Actually, it's like it's stitched. Like they stitched it. It's just the way that they did it. I was like, this shit gotta hurt. Gotta hurt like a
Mm.
motherfucker.
I don't know, the way that they hooping, it seems like they might it just seems like they might just be dominant the whole playoffs on the Eastern side. The Western side, I'm not gonna lie, it's for me it's definitely the Spurs and the Thunder. I hate both those teams as well, but with the Thunder, it's just like they're their efficiency is even better than last year, and J Dub missed the majority of the season, which
Yep.
is crazy. So it's just like, how are you going to be able to stop that? The Spurs again. I believe that we talked about it earlier. I said my thing is that I feel like Wemby's going to have to up his scoring load in the postseason. And I think that's exactly what he's going to do. Of course, I heard what Kenny said about, even though Popovich is in the goal, the Spurs have a certain identity, which is true. But I think it's just going to take more than that identity, and it's going to be a few series where that man's just going to have to be unstoppable. Like because again, it gets different in the playoffs. The schemes get different. Um, Wemby is, even though he's still putting up good numbers, there's teams that you can tell have been able to kind of figure him out a little bit. So, but regardless, I do still expect like just dominating performances from both teams and specific players on those teams.
Yeah. Me personally, though, I think I can agree with Pistons and Celtics. Like just the way the Pistons have been dominating. I understand Cade has had a specific weird injury, but if he is coming back fully healthy, yeah, I believe in them this year. Like I think they
I
can
think
at minimum go to the conference. Like I think that's guaranteed. But
think y'all are underestimating them Knicks.
no, I'm not. It's not even that I'm like I like the Knicks. You gotta understand that the Pistons I don't have any ties to. Like you feel me?
The Knicks been
It's
getting exposed. I like to
yeah.
you.
Like for me, I
The
like the
Knicks been
Knicks.
getting
Not that
exposed.
deep.
Facts.
But if it
I
was like
understand that.
if you remember when they were talking about the trade, I was like if they get Giannis, that's when you are like a contender.
It,
But for me, it's just like the Pistons have proved themselves. Like I
yeah.
cannot watch the season and be like ignore what they're doing. Even for the Celtics, even with the Celtics, how good the Celtics are with Tatum coming back, I'm like the Pistons have really been proving themselves.
I
And
mean, yeah.
Cunningham, Cade is that caliber player now. Like he's
Facts.
genuinely in there. We cannot doubt it.
And
But the
That's
West,
fine.
also you gotta, what did I mention earlier? The Hawks are dangerous. This is one of those teams where if you slack off, which the Knicks, again, like I said, they've been getting exposed these past few games. If they slack off, they can lose to the Hawks can beat beat the Knicks. I'm not saying
that
it
boy
will
Kuminga
happen,
is a problem.
but out of
Kuminga is a
all the
problem.
matchups, if the season were to end today, which is basically over,
Hmm.
the season ends, they match up with the Hawks, 3 and 6 seed. The Hawks can upset them. Like that's they gonna have to play their asses off. And then Michael Bridges, I don't know what the fuck going on with him, but I need him to get his shit back in the gear, bro.
You ain't
'Cause-
lying.
So,
Thanks.
because honestly, like the Knicks in the finals is just good for the NBA, but that's just good for basketball in general. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie to you.
I mean, if the
So
Pistons do good, I'll be happy because Iowa is a Morgan Park Mustang. I Desumu.
Whatever that means.
What you mean whatever that mean? Morgan
I'm
Park is the
African. I
highest.
don't know.
Morgan Park is the high school I went to. He was a freshman, I think, my senior
Oh,
year.
who was a freshman in your senior year?
Ayo DeSumo.
And
He's on the Pistons. He got traded from the Bulls to the Pistons.
oh,
He was in that Jaden Ivey trade.
Did he just? Never mind. He did. I don't have to ask no questions.
oh shit. But for the West, I also do have the Spurs and OKC. I've been like their matchup has just been hints of the finals. And if not the no, actually, I'm not even going with the Spurs. I'm gonna go to the Nuggets. I'm gonna go OKC and the Nuggets. That's what I'm going with.
I would say, they got Jamar. Uh, wow, you know what I'm trying to say. Murray turns to fucking Jordan in the playoffs.
Oh
Yes, he
yeah.
does.
Jamal Murray. Yeah,
Especially if we're facing the Lakers, it's over.
that nigga turns into fucking Jordan in the playoffs. God
Facts.
damn.
And it's crazy
But
that he's not. It's crazy because when you look at Jamal Murray, especially in the 2020s, you're like, this man should have multiple All Stars, multiple
Yeah,
All
Yep.
NBAs. But it's like when you really look at it, he's very he's decent in the regular season. But when it's time for postseason,
He
it's
elevates.
literally the second coming of Shaq and Kobe, except this Shaq can run an offense and shoot the ball. God
yeah,
damn it.
and
who's
can't dunk.
who's
Like,
more OD? Playoffs, Jamal Murray or Olympics, Patty Mills?
Olympics Patty Mills is
yeah,
different. I ain't gonna
Olympics Patty
lie.
Mills got it, bro. That
The team them niggas had, that was crazy.
Olympics Patty Mills. My ranking would go Olympics Patty Mills. I'm gonna throw in FIBA tournament Dennis Schroeder, and then
Yep,
fucking
yep.
playoff Jamal Murray. Like, do y'all realize there was a point recently where Dennis Schroeder was seen as the best basketball player in the world?
Yes.
Like,
Some bullshit,
Yes.
bro.
but yeah, I know that was off topic and outside, but I had to mention that, bro, because that's
My
insane.
fault. I asked the question. I just thought about it.
I'm fucking weak. That's crazy. But let's switch gears, man. Let's talk a little bit about football. But this time, let's talk about flag football. You feel
Fuck
me?
no.
The sports that these boys
Yeah.
right here are great at.
I want to just let you know right now, my answer is fuck no to all these questions.
I was about,
Well, I'm surprised. Wait, hold on. Did Odell's performance not warrant an NFL comeback, Kenny?
No.
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 Fuck no.
Damn. The NFL doesn't think so.
I don't trust Odell in flag football though. When he caught that ball, when he hit that one-handed catch in the end zone, I was looking at his ankles the whole time. I thought it was over for him. No, bro. He need to go sit down somewhere.
So,
Jamal Murray has something in common with me, Carlil, and Derrick Rose.
which is?
Our knees. His
Oh,
knees are done. His knees are just done, bruh.
I think
Oh
you meant
my.
Odell.
You
I
meant
said
Odell. Yeah, I was
no.
like,
I said Odell has something in common with me, Carlil, and
No,
D
you
you
Rose.
said you
said
said
Jamal
Jamal
Murray.
Murray.
I said Jamal. My fault. Yeah, Odell got something in common with me, Carlil, and D Rose,
I'm
and that's
weak.
them fucking knees.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's over
But
for him.
Kenny, you said you're saying no to all of your questions. So even you're saying no to the question that pro NFL football players are better than flag football players at basketball.
No.
No, they're not. Have you seen pro
It's a,
flag football players?
it's a different type of game.
They
They
be
were
hip
Hey,
dipping. They do you see them niggas be hip dipping and dodging and swirling their hips around niggas?
and
and
then
then getting back
if
up.
you actually like watch the game or watch the highlights, bro, from how because one, I get in that final matchup, the flag team beat the NFL players what 41-10. And
Hmm.
then like they were doing certain things like you'll only do in flag football to use to your
Yeah.
advantage. And those other niggas was looking lost. Now I will say to answer the backup to that question is they definitely had like what they had Gronk, they had Luke Kuechly, like they had old niggas, you feel me? Or they had niggas that aren't built for flag
That's their
football.
prime.
So if you give me a team of younger like Diggs, Barkley, put Sauce Gardner out there, people that are younger and their bodies are built for the flag football, you give them a season or off season of training, I think they can get pretty close. But these
Yeah.
these Olympic flag football players dedicate their life to that craft, it's so much different than just regular football. So it's just it
Yeah.
would take a lot. I will say at first when because all this rah rah started like last year. You feel me? I
Yeah,
think some of the NFL players because they were upset that like they should be the ones to be representing the U.S. and
yeah. When they announced the flag
in
football
the
league
Olympics and stuff
announcement.
like that. But
Hmm.
again, and I think that was big for the flag football team because like they proved
For
like this
sure.
one is not easy, and y'all might be more athletic, y'all might be professionals and things of our nature, but we are world, you feel me, world renowned
This is
and
our
world
sports. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So like I said, it's just going to take a lot, but the first step would be I would have like I said I would have more confidence if it's specific if it was all of our elite NFL players in skill positions instead of like older players, linebackers, and that can barely move and things of that nature.
I like that response a lot, but I want to use it to kind of segue into the next part because with what you said, is there any position that you could see an NFL like a pro NFL player dominating a flag football player?
Hmm. Say that one more time.
I say, is there any position you could see a pro NFL player dominating a flag football player?
Quarterback.
Quarterback.
I was
So I
about to
think
say that would
probably
probably
the
be
only
the
one.
best answer right there. That would probably be the best answer because, like I said, it's just it depends on the training at the end of the day because I think as far as athleticism, like yes, our as far as athleticism, our wide receivers and our corners, safeties, those are elite level players at those positions can match up with them athletically. But again, it's just a different game.
The different sport,
I was
yeah.
also gonna
It's
say
a
that
different game.
DB quarterbacks and DBs is probably the biggest gap. The reason I don't say receivers or running backs is because like the elusive skills. So like trucking doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
Um, you're not allowed to truck, stiff arm. That those type of abilities are completely gone. But the elusive moves that you use in regular football are completely different. They're just the baseline elusive moves that you use in flag football. Like I said earlier, niggas in the football ain't like doing like running and hitting the mid like squat in the middle field or dodge it. Like you're
Yeah.
not doing that. And like the hip swivel shit. Like NFL players don't practice that.
Yeah.
Whereas people who play flag football, that's all they do.
Okay. Malik, you want to wrap that up?
I got nothing else to add. I agree with everything that was said.
Okay. So my last question for the night will be: would you want to see, which it is becoming, because I feel like this was the last step to prove. Would y'all want to see it become a mainstream sport?
No.
No.
That's it,
Flag
Chief.
football, fuck no.
How long, bro? He said
I mean,
Fuck
no.
no.
flag football. I think we can all agree flag football is fun to play. Like we would definitely, if I feel like if some of a few of us, two of us specifically, lower bodies were healthier, we would probably, yeah. Because it's definitely different because like I still hoop, but like when you're actually playing football, you know how many like cuts and things that you have to make. It's a lot more taxing on your lower
Man,
body than it is like being a nigga that's standing in the corner all the whole time and running up and down the court. You feel me?
just let me
Oh,
spot up and shoot that motherfucker.
Exactly.
I told
But
Lala I told Lala and them I play quarterback, but
yeah,
that's it. I ain't
yeah.
playing nothing else.
Like Lala's on the flag football team. I did tell her to recruit you too. Um, but yeah,
Kenny,
like
don't
so
do it.
not to go too much of
Got
a
an
tangent.
arm.
It's
Kenny, don't do it. Your knee's not good. Don't do it. I
it's
don't need
fun
no
to
highlights.
play. It's fun
I
to
can play
play.
quarterback.
But even like when I was seeing like even when I'm looking at myself watching the U.S. versus NFL. It's just like this really isn't. This is boring. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I don't know what it is. Like I find more enjoyment watching the streamers. I like Fanatics Fest. You feel me? Like Drewski and
Yeah.
all them because it's
Yeah.
like one Drewski has an arm. You feel me? It's like you're
It's so
seeing
surprising too.
but you seeing
Nigga be
streamers
throwing dots.
that you looking like shouldn't be like that, and they doing like different outside of like Duke Dennis, Mark Phillips, and those niggas, but like Rakai, that man was putting on a show the last flag football event that they had. You feel me? So I
I
don't
was
know.
like,
I
if this
just
man had a brain, the shit he would do on this field.
I think it should just stay where it is. I don't see it being as entertaining as other sports if it became mainstream, man.
You gotta understand, Bob. Niggas don't even want to see that for Pro Bowl. We like, what? Bring the shoulder pads back out.
Yeah,
What is this
I still
bullshit?
hate that to this day, and I understand it's like for protection reasons and things of that nature. But come on, bro, just announce the Pro Bowlers and keep it pushing. You don't even have to have a Pro Bowl weekend no more if they're not going to be padded.
Ah, come on. Well, I mean, me personally, I ain't gonna lie. I do want to see flag football become a little bit more mainstream.
Boo.
And you can boo it all you want, but this is mainly because for the health issues. You feel me? Like I feel like I am somebody that I started falling in love with like football a little bit, especially like as of late diving into it. But I still have this wall I can get past, which is just uh the player's health. And I feel like regardless of what we say, the league is just there's no way they can protect like the players. Like I'm seeing somebody like Tua talk, and I'm just like, damn, like this nigga's gone. Like say what you may, but this nigga's brain is like the damage is there and it's
Yeah.
permanent.
They
And
call
when
this
we were
man
looking
Tua
at like,
Benoit.
no, I'm saying number one.
That's insane.
That's actually the example I was going to use because like the
Wait,
thing
what
is
happened?
like you don't know
That's
Ben Benoit,
Chris
No, I
Benoit.
thought
Chris Benoit.
Chris Benoit.
I
what did
while
they?
he
I
was
thought they
talking,
said they compared.
yeah, while he was talking, I was mentioning that niggas on Twitter was calling Tua Benoit.
Oh my god! No, they did it, bruh.
I'm saying, bro, that's the thing though. The thing is like CTE is one of those things that's like we're doing damage and the damage is piling on. And unfortunately, you don't know about it until these niggas are like, done with their career and then now they're leaving their life and then that damage is lingering. When I'm looking at even like in Georgia, I can't remember his name, but like he was running for I think mayor. And he had clearly CTE. I'm like everything I'm hearing about this nigga is for the wrong reasons. Like
What's his
so
name?
I can't
I
remember. You know
forgot.
exactly what I'm talking about. His
I
son
know
was
he's
on
talking about.
TikTok
I
going
can't
after
remember it
him.
now.
His wife
He's an
talking
old
about
football
like,
player.
yeah. So it's just like those
He's a running
damages. And
back.
sometimes when you're seeing them talk, I'm like, hey, as much as I like the sport and I want to dive in it, I do wish there was a safer alternative. And I feel like if like football had that like influence and could get you that type of check, niggas would also be diving into it. And then if it was like popular enough, like sometimes people buy into hype but it's because football is, that's what we're used to. That's the material that's present. That's the material that gets you raging or whatnot. Because you're hitting somebody, his helmet fly off 12 feet in the air. You feel like these niggas is hating each other. It's like it gets you going. But I feel like the player's health should matter. And it's the same
You
thing.
right?
Like we can look back at the gladiators. Them niggas was entertaining, but niggas out here stabbing each other.
You
That
said
should
it.
not be a normal.
Facts.
So me
I
personally, I do want to see it become mainstream.
I got two responses to you, Bumble.
Okay.
On the health aspect, that means you have to also change boxing, mixed
It
martial
does.
arts. Boxing begin CTE and brain damage, all that type of stuff too. You have to change boxing. You would have to change mixed martial arts because them niggas are getting concussed every time they go out there.
No, but the difference between that and this is that this sport has an alternative. Boxing does not. Karate does not.
They can pillow fight.
Fighting. That is not the actual alternative of the story. Even pillow fighting. That's not a boxer. That's a pillow that you're like. That's not boxing. Versus like football is football. There's still the way of catching and running with the game and you being stopped. So that's what I'm saying. Like the
Um,
danger. Hey, it ain't the same. We're not equating UFC, football, or like boxing is not the same because like the alternatives don't exist.
I'm sure we. I mean, we could think of some. We could find some way to make it different. I mean, they can find some way,
Which we
but
should.
that's what I'm saying. So my thing is, there's other sports where people get like brain injury. But the second point to that is, I think the physicality of football, like, is what. Okay, so I think one of the marvels of like professional athletes is because they have physical abilities that your average person doesn't have. Taking that a notch down to flag football makes them almost more of like a regular person, which takes the allure away.
Can I ask you
Because
what is taking that notch down? for example.
So let's say, for example, we all can admit football was hella exciting when big hits, seeing running backs truck people, seeing stiff arms, seeing all those type of things. You can't do none of that in flag football. You can't even stiff arm.
Yeah.
Stiff arms don't even call CTE. Can't even do that.
Well,
You
for example,
can't
yeah, go ahead. Hmm?
you can't truck, you can't hit hard, you can't throw a stiff arm. It would literally just be flag football is pretty much two hand touch football. That we watch kids do that. That makes them too much regular human. I think that's what's gonna make it lose the allure.
Okay.
That's all I got to say about that.
So I feel like if it's just like the trucking, because like I said, I feel like there are still other aspects that show athleticism that you can like enjoy, which is still outrunning the defender, out jumping them, being able to make tough catches and everything. But I feel like still highlight those things because it's just trucking people that we're taking away, which even in the NFL right now is kind of going away a little bit because
That's what I'm
hard
saying.
hitting and other rules.
Exactly,
So,
Bamba. And people always complain about how watered down NFL now is now with pads on still. Now
but
you're
the
trying
thing
to take
is,
away the
no, but
pads too.
the thing is, no, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, I'm not talking about taking away the NFL. I would like to see the sport become more mainstream because I feel like if it's more mainstream,
Oh, not
if
replace
some
NFL.
people, yeah,
Okay, okay, okay.
if some people have the concerns that I have, and you still want to play football, then maybe you're more likely to go into that. And maybe you might even see NFL football leave the NFL. So, because I remember it was 2 seasons ago. It was a Texas player, and he started off the season wearing there's a protection gear
The
that they
Guardian
have
cap.
for. Yeah, he wore that and he got clowned for the shit. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, I
like, why
remember that.
y'all
I remember
clowning the
that. I
nigga because
remember
he's
that.
trying to protect himself? So that's what I'm
Nah,
Yeah, I
saying.
remember that.
and now you got hella niggas wearing the Guardian cap.
Yeah,
Because
hell
you
niggas
don't
doing that
want to
shit.
die or you don't want to, your health is on the line.
Damn near all the Green Bay Packers receivers wear that shit now.
You should, bro. You should. Why the fuck y'all clowning that nigga for that? You seen
I mean,
somebody get hit, fall, get up, and then fall again. I'm like, bro,
be on the ground
like
like this.
I ain't doing that.
I mean, I ain't,
But
yeah,
It just I definitely understand what Kenny's saying too. I do think that of course there's going to be regardless. I mean, without the trucking and the stiff arms, you can still see somebody get shaken out their socks. You can still see people get mossed. You can still see crazy interceptions. You can still see crazy plays in flag football. It's just that aggression won't be there. It's like that hatred won't be there, which you know, I like that hatred because if we got past, I step on the field and you step on the field, I hate you, nigga. Let's die. That's literally my mindset. You feel me? So it's just like when you strip that away, it does become less exciting. But I will say it will see interesting to see more of a because flag football now is more of a finesse game. Like how skillful are you? You feel me? So
yeah,
yeah, that'd be my final take on it.
yeah, man. That was the sports segment. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. Y'all be sure to tap in next week, man, for some more sports. This has been the same convo. Goodbye. I ain't fucking your grandmama this week, but I'll see you next one.
Mm.